What's up? Liz Wilcox here. Let's talk about goals. Let's talk about Black Friday. Let's talk about money. I'm going to tell you exactly how much money I want to make this Black Friday, this week, and how much money I have made. Of course, I am recording this the Sunday before the sale started. So I don't know. I can't give you how much money we've made so far. But I hope at this point it's not a small number. I hope, honestly, at this point in the game, my hope is by Wednesday morning, we've made like $60,000. But who the hell knows? We could make $0. I have no idea. But and this is, let's just get into it. This is episode 54. I'm Liz Wilcox. We're talking Black Friday goals here. And I'm very unashamedly enamored with cash flow. And Black Friday is my biggest cash flow of the year. So this week I am being very bold and I don't know, brazen. And I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking into the universe how much money I want to make. But first, because let me back up. On the flip side of that, I do feel very privileged in that I can have other goals for Black Friday outside of money. There was a time in my business where it was money, 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 right? And maybe you feel that way too. But I will say, once I learned that I needed goals outside of cash, that's when launching became a little more fun. And that's actually my first goal of Black Friday this year, is to have fun. And I have had a lot of fun in the lead up. I have created or I've found new GIFs or GIFs, if you prefer that pronunciation, for my emails. I have repurposed a lot of emails and just kind of like zhuzhed them up. That was fun for me. It did not seem fun to write out 16, 17 new emails. So I was like, well, what emails worked last time? And honestly, I had a lot of fun analyzing the last 3 years of sending annual pass emails and which ones worked and which ones didn't. And it kind of, some of them like broke my heart. I was like, oh, that was my favorite email, and it had the lowest click rate. I was like, what? That was so good. But I had a lot of fun with that, looking back at what's worked and what hasn't. And then this week I'm actually today I'm coming home from camping with my daughter and my former foster daughter, Chelsea's best friend. We went camping. I'm sure we had some fun there. I mentioned this in a previous episode, I think episode 52. I said during a launch, I try to get out of the house as much as possible. I try to plan a trip or something big in my personal life so I'm not obsessing over the launch. Which, if you ask Patricia, I do anyway. But I mean, that's the role of the business owner, right? If I don't care, who else will? If I don't care, how can I even get Patricia to give a damn, right? So, although I think she cares, she has more dams to give sometimes than I do. But y'all, I've been up my own butt lately with the Survivor stuff. But I'm coming out, and I'm coming back, and this is why we're launching the annual pass again. I didn't launch it at all this year because I knew I would be up my own butt. I knew I wouldn't be able to serve my customers the way I wanted to, let alone like new customers. So anyway, we're back in the game, and we're back to the point of this podcast, my goals. So number one, have fun. I feel like I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having fun even recording these. Of course, these 5 episodes for the week of the annual pass are meant to try to get you to join the annual pass. And this has been fun. I'm literally, if you're not watching on YouTube, I'm sitting in my favorite chair. It's this really funky, I don't know, it's like flowers, like jungle themed. It's like fuchsia and teal and green and orange and pink. I'm sitting here. I'm honestly, I'm still in my jams, which normally I do not work in my pajamas. I don't know how people can work every day, like not getting dressed. Normally I get dressed, but I was like, oh, I got to record these before I go camping. Let me just go in my living room. Let me unscrew my mic so I can hold it, and I'm having a lot of fun here. So, hopefully as the week goes on, I continue to have fun with the launch. The second goal is to be present with my daughter. So, on a personal note, I share custody with Chelsea's dad, and I don't normally see her on the holidays, which actually works out well for me, especially when I launch in the holidays, right? I usually launch this annual pass in a flash sale, in July, which I don't normally see her in July. I launch it, Thanksgiving week. Again, I don't normally see her, but I am seeing her this week. I just told you we're on a camping trip right now where we've got her best friend, and I want to be present with her. I also mentioned, I reused a lot of the emails that I've sent in the past. That's because my goal was to be present with my daughter. I do get her during the week, Sunday night through Thursday night. And it's very important for me not to be wasting my time working. I only have one kid. I only want one kid. This is my one shot, so to speak. So I want to be present for her. And so repurposing instead of writing new emails was part of achieving that goal, because I had like 20 different new ideas for emails, but I only wrote a few of them because I didn't want to have to work after I picked up my daughter from school. So hopefully, again, I can't predict the future, but hopefully on my camping trip, I'm not bringing my laptop or anything like that, because I want to be present with Chelsea and her friend on our trip. The next goal, of course, is to create and sell a product that people are happy with. I've spent a lot of time in the pre-launch wondering, and I talked a lot about this in episode 53, the previous episode, of, what do people need right now that maybe they didn't need last year? And what did people need last year that they don't need this year? So I've spent a lot of time. Patricia, actually, she flew up to my house. We spent a whole day mapping out 2025 for our pass holders, and I'm so excited. If you can't see me, I'm smiling so big because I'm so excited to bring 7 live events. These are obviously digital events to pass holders in 2025. So excited to be helping folks grow their email list so that they can use the membership better. So yeah, I feel like I'm nailing that goal. All right, so let's talk numbers. Enough, fluff, Liz. We've wasted 8 minutes. What the hell are the numbers? All right, so I'm just going to tell you in November. So my goal for November 2024 is $250,000. Oh my gosh, just saying it out loud. Oh my God, I cannot believe that is my life and that is a goal. Now, this is a stretch goal. I don't know if we're going to make it. Right now, at the time of this recording, which is Sunday, November 24th, like 8:50 in the morning, we are at about just under $92,000. So there's only 30 days in November. In the next 6 days, we have to hustle if we are going to hit that goal. But it is a goal that I have. I will say in November 2023, we made about 160,000. I think maybe 163,000. So of course, I'm super extra. I'm like, no, let's not go for 200. Let's go for 250. Another reason for this goal is this year I have not launched the annual pass at all. It's just been on a wait list. I've said, hey, my head is up my own, with the Survivor stuff. I'm not launching this annual pass for a year. So get on the wait list. So we do have a large wait list. We have over 1,000 people at this point. Excuse me, my nose is running. Um, and so it's still a stretch goal, but I am going for it. So let's talk about these. Let's break this goal down. So really, it's two goals. I want to make $100,000 from rebills, from people re-upping their membership, right? Because it is a membership, $108. You do get charged every year. Now, don't worry if you're a brand new pass holder, if you're just joined or you're going to join in the next, few days before it ends on Friday night. I'm so excited. Um, then it will re-up, but we will send you emails. Like for 30 days before your renewal, I say, hey, if you don't want this again, hey, I know, times can be tough. Hey. So I do remind you. So don't worry about that. Anyway, so I want $100,000 from rebills. As of right this second of the recording, we are only at 46,000 in rebills. And I say only because I want 100,000, right? So we're not even halfway, which honestly, that does concern me. Last year, my sale was November 20th to the 24th. And so in my head, we should already have the 100,000. But Patricia reassures me that we will likely come very close to this goal. She, of course, has a spreadsheet with everyone's date and time of purchase, and she goes through. Oh, my mic just fell. Hang on, I'm going to pause this to get a better mic for you. Okay, dokie. Hopefully that mic sounds better now. So Patricia assures me with her spreadsheet there are still many more rebills coming, despite my skepticism. And she says we should get close to that goal. Now, even if we don't get close to it, I did release a new offer this year because number one, I want to reward people who have been here forever, right? Who have been with me and the annual pass for years. So I did release a new offer also to help with that goal of 250,000. This was a lifetime pass. It was only sent to people who have been in the membership for over 2 years, who have been annual pass holders for over 2 years, and I only sold 100 at a $400 price tag. And so we were able to sell that and make $34,280 extra. So, in order to get that 100K from rebills, so to speak, we're almost there if we consider the lifetime pass. 46 plus 34 should be about 80,000. So we're almost there. Now I will say we did sell out. I only sold 100, but we only made 34,000 because the last 20 that I sold on a payment plan. So the other, 6,000 whatever that we're missing, because 400 times 100 is 40,000. That will come in rebills in December. So that'll help my December sales. So even if I don't hit the 250,000 this month, if I could hit it November plus December 250,000, honestly, like I say, that would feel good, but y'all, that would feel amazing. That would feel like the top of the world type of thing. Like I'm saying these numbers, but I am not like so big or whatever that I don't understand the gravity of that number, that I don't I'm laughing because it's so wild to me, y'all. If you knew how I grew up, you would know, and I'm not going to get emotional, I'm not going to cry. You would know, like, that is an obscene amount of money for Liz Wilcox, like, mentally. But I am ready to receive it. I have plans for this cash flow. I cannot wait to give Patricia a raise. She so deserves it. She deserves to make more money than I do, I swear. And I really want to give her a raise. I really want to give her a raise without stressing it. I really want to put more money back into the business. I want to put money, I bought a house. I want to put money down so I save on interest. I've got plans for this cash, plans that I think will make the business better. And of course, make my sister's life better. Patricia is my sister, if you don't know. She's my admin. She's my sister too. And of course, make my life better, because the better my life is, the better I can serve my customers. And I'm so excited. Okay. So let's talk about the last goal of what the heck is my goal for the next 5 days. Well, it's Wednesday now. So for the next few days, in this 5-day launch, I want to make $150,000 from this annual pass. Now, that is 1,389 sales in order to make that cash. Oh my gosh, that seems insurmountable. That seems absolutely impossible. Now let's break it down to see if that's actually possible. Well, I'm going to be sending these emails out to a list of about 10,000 people. Now, this year I was really worried about list building. The list didn't grow as fast as it has in previous years, but again, I was on Survivor. I really had to spend a lot of time protecting myself and less time on actually growing the business. My word of the year was maintain, and we have maintained that, and we've actually grown. I looked at the numbers last year. We sent these annual pass Black Friday sales to about 7,000 people. So this year we're going to be sending to a little over 10,000. So we actually did grow this year. And so speaking of last year, so we sent out pretty much the same amount of emails as we're sending out this year. And we got 799 new customers, 799 sales. And that was about an 11% conversion. Okay. So again, I want to make 1,389 sales. So I want to make a lot more sales than last year. But I've only got 3,000 more people, which I say only, again, that's so wild of a number. 3,000 more people, and I barely focused on list growth. That's amazing. But when we talk about the goals, to hit this goal, I know I need to have a better conversion rate than last year, right? So I had an 11%. I need a 13.8 conversion rate, or I need a lot of affiliates to sell to people who are not on my list. To be honest, I'm just going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be honest with you. This is not likely. It is not likely that I hit this $150,000 goal. Again, I would need a crazy increase in conversion. And like I shared with you in the previous week's episodes, I have done a lot of repurposing of what I did last year. The list growth is not what I thought it would be, but it's there. I mean, it's not impossible. About 1,200 sales would match last year's conversion, would be a more realistic goal for me. But y'all, I'm not a realistic chick. I live a little bit into delusion. So I'm going to be delusional here and say, yep, we're going to make the 150K. We're going to make the 1,389 sales. So nearly 1,400 sales when last year we made about 800. That's a huge increase. That's an increase that makes the back of my tongue kind of gag. But we shall see. I'm not going to limit myself here. It was the year of the Olympics, so let's go for gold, right? Let's just see what happens. So yeah, those are my goals. Have fun, be present, create a product people love and are happy with, make $250K for the month, 100K in rebills, 150 in new sales. Of course, we had that new offer that made $34,000. So we've got a little wiggle room here, right? If I still hit close to 100K in rebills, close to 150K, maybe that 34,000 with the new offer, plus people who don't upgrade, plus the $9 a month thing, which is usually about $15,000 a month. So there's some wiggle room here for me not to hit the exact numbers, but to still hit the overall 250K goal. Oh my gosh, that's insanity to me. I've never had a $200,000 month. Again, my biggest month was a year ago. Last November was about 160K. Plus a few thousand. I can't remember what the exact number was. But this feels like a really impossible task, but I'm just going to go for it because, at the end of the day, a few years ago, $10,000 a month was an impossible task for lizwilcox.com. And I'm just going to keep going, going to hopefully keep growing. Even if I don't hit the goal, I will definitely grow because I have done all I can do. And now we're going to sit back and see what happens. Actually, in the Email Sound Booth podcast Facebook group, Email Sound Booth, I'm going to put, so it's Wednesday that you're listening to this, I'm going to put how many sales we've made so far. Remember, the goal is $13.89. I'll let you know over in the Facebook group if you want to search that or go to the show notes for that. I'll let you know how many sales, if we're even close. I have no idea, but we'll see. Anyway, if you want to join the annual pass, if you're not an annual pass holder, I'm going to put that link in the show notes as well. I hope that you join us as a pass holder. It really is going to be a party for the next 365. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to my goals. Also, in the Facebook group, put your goals for Black Friday or whatever. I would love to cheer you on. All right. I'm Liz Wilcox. You're amazing. And the annual pass is on sale until Friday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Get it now in the show notes. I'll see you later.